Alrighty, brothers and sisters, what if I told you Ethereum is about to mega pump, send altcoins to the moon with it, and starts that major meme coin season that we're waiting for? So how long will that take? When that will start? What to expect? This is what I want to talk about in today's video, so don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. So as we can see here, the 8 BTC pair has just bounced from this multi-year low. So this was the low from 2019, December 2019, right after where we seen this major rally here that got us a major alt season back in 2020. This is where we made a lot of money from these pumps. This was a mega alt season back here. So are we going to see the same thing play out again here? Now for perspective, if each BTC pair comes back here, which is the 0.088 level, this would be pretty much around 8,000 or 9,000 Ethereum in USD pair. Or let's say if it was 0.088, this would be a 9,000 Ethereum. If each BTC pair comes back here and Bitcoin just stays around 104,000, and we all know Bitcoin is gonna go way higher than that. So the target for Ethereum must be at least above 10K or 12K or even higher. So what this means is this pretty much is where we see major alt season, as I explained in the previous videos. Now, first of all, what I really want to show you here, guys, is how this is bottomed. As we can see, this major bounce, strong weekly close here. Now some people would say this could be another bounce before lower, but we could argue that this low has never been seen before, and suddenly we're seeing some major news come up, like annual inflation rate hits 2.3% in April. So we just had a CPI report, and basically it is the lowest since 2021. So this basically means that we're going to see rate cuts very soon, because this is pretty much what the Feds are waiting for, to start printing that money. And we all know when they print that money, that sends risk assets like Ethereum and altcoins to the moon. And this is the global liquidity. When this is on an uptrend, the 8 BTC pair goes crazy, and now we're waiting for it to again come back up to another crazy rally. And this happens when we see rate cuts, as other companies like MicroStrategy does with Bitcoin, where they sell their stocks to buy Bitcoin. Some companies now are doing the same with Ethereum, or starting to do the same, or wanting to do the same now. Company has entered into an agreement for the issuance of convertible notes like MicroStrategy, led by ATW Partners LLC. So basically they're gonna start doing the same thing that Michael Saylor does with Bitcoin, but they're gonna do the same thing with Ethereum. We're probably gonna see more and more people doing that, and also with the ETFs as well. This could be a major catalyst to start finally an uptrend. And as we can see, the market really see that and trying to front run it with the green everywhere, the alt season happening. Now we don't want to jinx it, but this could be it, as the market now is slowly heating up. We're seeing the fear and greed, or the greed is around 74, nothing high, really nothing high, and it's slowly getting there, but we're still seeing people in disbelief, especially on Twitter. A lot of people are still in disbelief. They don't believe this rally. But for me personally, this is a very major bounce of this level. Suddenly we're seeing each BTC pair coming back. We're seeing ETH pumping. We're seeing now the news come out that there are gonna be some strategic moves to start buying Ethereum, and the CPI report that is actually now coming up very low with the tariffs and all that going away. That is all what we need for this ETH BTC pair to start rallying. Now if we look at the ETH USDT pair, this is where things get very interesting, where we see this zone as well. What that was once a zone where we seen Ethereum go parabolic in these levels here. We've seen this major rally here. This was the most recent one in February 2024, causing a major rally, causing a major alt season. And now we're doing the same with a major pump that started now. We're seeing this major pump, strong weekly candle, and a continuation above it. Now if we go to the lower time frames, let's say on the daily, this is where it gets really cool. This is where it gets interesting and exciting. Now for me, the 2,500 level on Ethereum was a major resistance, or at least I was looking at it to be a major resistance, but it's proven to be not the case. Now we're seeing a major weekly, or we're seeing a major daily candle closing right above it. Strong Thor hammer daily candle closing above 2,500. We did see 2,700 on Ethereum here. Now we are pretty much looking very good here. Even if we see a pullback from Bitcoin, I do think now we're gonna hold above 2,100 very easily here on Ethereum, and we might see even more FOMO FOMO. In fact, if we look at the daily candles alone here on Ethereum and on Bitcoin, because this is where we see the overperformance, we can see here how these two look different. We can see that Bitcoin has been just ranging here, while if we look at Ethereum, we had a massive candle here above resistance, while Bitcoin is going sideways. Now we can see clearly here how is Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin very clearly here. This is basically reminding me of how 2020 and 2021 bull market started, or all season started. We started seeing Ethereum going crazy, and I do remember this very well because once it started rallying back in the days here, it did not give any pullbacks. It just kept going. We did not see any pullbacks. It was very strong, even on the second leg here. It was very strong, massively outperforming Bitcoin, especially on the second leg. And on this second leg, we had major outperformance as well by altcoins. As you can see, Shiba Inu down below here on the first high of that 8 rally, it did its first all-time high. But then on the second rally, we've seen a major rally from Shiba Inu. So pretty much now we're starting to enter this zone here, as you can see now, and that is very bullish. And we're seeing the signs today. We're seeing like coins like Pepe slowly coming back up, coming back to life. We're seeing Breton ETH massively as well, coming back, breaking out. And I've seen this pattern very interesting, where we've seen how Pepe, or how Breton ETH follows Pepe as well, which is also on ETH. And we're seeing this interesting pattern where Breton ETH is following Pepe as well, as you can see. But Pepe already started this breakout, and we might see this play out as well on Breton ETH. But overall, a lot of coins are pumping, like Turbo, like Dorky as well, breaking out of this range. And this all starts with once ETH does well. And we're seeing now ETH is actually telling us we're going to see way higher prices, as I just explained. Now you can imagine once this goes crazy. Now I know if you just joined in 2024 and 2023 and you never actually experienced a strong Ethereum market, and you were not seeing this before, or you were not here when with this rally, things got really crazy, got really heated up. You could not find a coin below $10 million market cap. Even if you looked for months and months, you would not be able to find any coin below $10 million market cap. Things were going crazy very fast, and we're seeing the signs today where things start to move up very fast, as people are still in disbelief. Now imagine just a few weeks ago, people were in extreme fear, and that's what shows you how hard it is to actually make money in crypto. It really takes a lot of time and experience, and especially to learn how this works when things are crashing and people are fearful and scared, and how everybody just sells the lows, and how everybody was in complete disbelief here and fear. And now people feel like they got left behind. We're seeing pumps happen and people feel like they got left behind and they got tricked by the market once again. But let me tell you, the real rally has not even begun yet. And once we're gonna see this major rally, things can go very crazy. And as I shown you here, when we calculated this 9,000 ETH target with the current price here on Bitcoin, if just ETH BTC comes back to that high here, we're gonna see a $9,000 per ETH, and all it takes is just for ETH BTC to come back to its previous highs, not even coming back to 2017. So this can cause a major rally. As I said, things are heating up, things are looking good. Memecoins as well are looking very good. We're seeing recovery all over the place. We're seeing breakouts, we're seeing pumps, and the market is slowly coming back to life as if nothing happened. And that goes to show how important it is to just stay around. Now, if you stayed around and managed to weather the storm, now you see how important it is to just stick around. And usually people that stick around are the ones that make it. And that's why I just like to keep myself in this market no matter what, no matter if they're boring or not. I know usually they come back. And as I said, I always follow the 4-year cycle when it comes to cryptos. And based on the 4-year cycle, we still are headed towards a massive alt season that make those major gains. So all in all, things are looking good. All we gotta do now is to hold, stay strong, and don't get shaken. Now obviously there are gonna be some shakeouts here and there, but overall the markets are headed upwards from here. The worst is behind us, and from here onwards we are looking very good, or at least we're gonna change trend. We're gonna see things going more to the upside than to the downside. So you want to pay attention, you want to stay around, you want to pay attention to the market, and if you play your cards right, you might just make that life-changing money that you want to make. Anyways, thank you so much guys for watching today's video till the end, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.